Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Joe Zone on sports. This is the Newswatch 16 update.
Snow is causing some problems for drivers in our area tonight. These pictures were taken along Interstate 81 in Luzerne County this evening. The fine, grainy snow started to come down about 7:30 tonight. Then the flakes got bigger, making hilly areas a little slippery, causing some minor accidents and traffic slowdowns. In just a few minutes, meteorologist Paul Hepner will tell us exactly what drivers can expect for early in the morning and for the rest of Tuesday. Tonight's snowy weather is being blamed for this accident in Old Forge. This car went out of control and crashed into the steps of a home at the 1200 block of South Main Street in Old Forge. We're told no one was seriously hurt in that Lackawanna County accident. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That's a saying that is not being followed in one area of Luzerne County. Newswatch 16's Valerie Devine says snowplows are refusing to cross some bridges in Huntington Township.
This is how one of the county-owned bridges looks 3 days after a snowstorm. You can see where the snowplows came up to the edge of the bridge and stopped. Stanley Porkowski's family has owned an egg farm here in Huntington Township for 60 years. And he says this is the first time the bridge in front of his house hasn't been plowed.
Well, I'm not really well pleased the way the situation is right now. The bridge, as you can see, hasn't been plowed or cindered, and it's a very dangerous situation. In case of fire trucks or ambulances or things of that sort, the road isn't maintained and we can't do the proper business.
Stanley Porkowski says if the bridges near him aren't plowed, he could lose some of his customers. He wants the township to do something about the problem. But the township has to do what the county says. And county officials say the township snowplows are too heavy to cross these old bridges.
Because county would not authorize crossing any of the county bridges in the township without accepting full liability for anything that may happen.
Marilee Rodney says the township just can't afford to take the responsibility for any accidents that could happen. Even though the residents here in Huntington Township feel the county should take care of these bridges, one county official tells me it just doesn't have the money to fix them. So for now, the residents here are caught in a catch-22. They're just hoping it turns out to be a mild winter. Valerie Devine, Newswatch 16, Huntington Township.
And next, meteorologist Paul Hepner will tell us about our next dose of the snow.
Some people found tonight's snow a little bit hard to swallow.
Yeah, we had some snow squalls intensify during the evening hours. Some places have 2 inches of snow on the ground right now, and another dose is coming in tomorrow. When will it end? Full details coming up.
Hi, this is Joe Cooper with another helpful hint on preparing seafood. Some people think you need a steamer for clams. You don't. Put a ½ inch of water in the bottom of a pot. Steam clams until they open.
Cooper's Route 6 Seafood has all your favorites to take home. Chef Joe won't be undersold, so you'll save plenty. We're priced so low, restaurants buy from us, so don't clam up. Demand a better price. Here's Cooper's Route 6 Seafood Market Special of the Week.
Rock lobster tails, all sizes, $10.75 a pound.
Hi, sports fans! Place, Maine Sports, Old Forge. Subject, sports collectibles, like NFL jerseys for adults, stocking hats, Penn State memorabilia, 85 Orange Bowl, beat Oklahoma, plaques, pennants, mugs, cards, balls, more. Sports collectors love it. Maine Sports, Old Forge. See you there, sports fans!
Now, Karen, he did say a little accumulation at 6
He
tonight.
did, yeah. Is
right.
that this much or
Well,
this much?
A little.
No, we're only kidding you, Paul. There's not too much out in our backyard.
I just took a measurement, Karen and Nolan, with the ruler here, and we picked up 1 inch of snow in the backyard. A few of those flurries did intensify during the evening hours, and there are some places in northeastern Pennsylvania that have about 2 inches of snow on the ground tonight, and it's coming down right now. Here's a look at our current temperature in the backyard. It's a mild night compared to recent nights that we've had. The temperature stands at 32 degrees. Weather watcher Dee Reeves in Towanda, that's Bradford County, she has 29. Mary Beth Plamer, who lives in State College, 32 degrees with light snow this evening. And Paul Krepix in Slatington, Lehigh County, coming in 34 degrees. Let's look at our humidity. It's 87%. Southwest winds at 12 miles per hour. The barometer this evening falling rapidly with a cold front coming in 29.80 inches. Today's high temperature was 33. Low temperature last night coming in at 27. We were colder than normal on the high and warmer than normal on the low, thanks to the cloud cover. Record high 57 degrees set back in 1971, and 1 year ago, we had a cloudy night with a temperature of 42 degrees. The Holiday House this evening is courtesy of Ernest and Jean Berner. They live in New Ringgold, that's over in Schuylkill County. Lights flashing on the trees tonight. Let's see what's flashing on the satellite picture tonight. And there are clouds, snow-producing clouds over northeastern Pennsylvania, thanks to a cold front that is now entering the western half of the state. And indeed, they have had some very heavy snows out across western New York State, northern Ohio, and northern Indiana today. Some places picking up as much as 6 to 12 inches of snow. In fact, Niagara Falls now has 18 inches of snow on the ground since last weekend. Indeed, that cold front will come sweeping through tonight to give us some colder temperatures tomorrow. But look at what's behind it. We have yet another storm system. More snow falling out through Iowa and out through South Dakota. That is racing along the front, and that will get us again tomorrow night. Now, temperature-wise today, it was warmer than recent days across New England, down through Atlantic City, 45 degrees, 51 over at Hatteras. Temperatures a little bit on the cool side, though, for Jacksonville, Florida, coming in 57 degrees. But it was in the 50s out along the Gulf Coast. That's warmer than what they've had recently. This storm system, because it is moving so quickly, will not be able to tap a lot of warm air or moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and so I think it will be another light snowfall that'll be moving in for tomorrow. Radar right now shows snow moving through northeastern Pennsylvania, a couple of snow showers through Binghamton and up through Albany. You can see the snow extends back out to Cleveland, Ohio. Everything is moving to the east at around 25 miles an hour, so it should be through, I would say, by 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Rush hour tomorrow should be A-OK. Now, as for the weather map for tomorrow, that next low pressure system rippling right along the front. Temperatures should be in the 20s tomorrow. It'll race through tomorrow night to give us another 1 to 3 inches of snow, just like what we have tonight. Then behind it, some very, very cold air. The coldest air mass of the season so far for Pennsylvania. Temperatures on Wednesday will only be in the teens. Otherwise, cool temperatures extend back through Colorado. Now, as for the snowfall totals from tonight's storm, I expect to see 1 to 3 inches across the northern mountains of Pennsylvania up through New Milford, down and around through the Poconos. Mount Pocono picking up 1 to 3 tonight. In the Wyoming and Susquehanna valleys, a trace to 2 inches tonight, so it will be a light snowfall. Here's sunrise and sunset. It goes as follows. We expect to see cloudy skies tomorrow morning. Most of the snow should be finished with at 7:23 for the sunrise, and then sunset will be at 4:35. Some snow showers tonight, low temperature dropping down only to 24 degrees. Maybe just a little bit of sunshine tomorrow morning, but clouds rapidly increasing. Some light snow developing by dinner time. 29 for a high temperature. That light snow continues tomorrow night and into Wednesday, but really a cold day on Wednesday. 18 for a high, very chilly continuing into Thursday, and then perhaps some cloudy skies, maybe a few flurries on Friday. Temperatures will stay in the 20s. So, Karen and Nolan, we have a couple of light snowstorms coming up, but nothing too heavy.
Okay. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. Coming up, Joe Zone will tell us who's on the All-East College football team.
Plus, who the winners are in the high school basketball. The Sports Watch is next.
Christmas just wouldn't be Christmas without that very special gift from Frank Clark Jewelers.
Darling, since I can't make it home for Christmas, I hope you like the little something I got you before I left. All my love, Jim.
A gift from Frank Clark Jewelers can say the biggest, most beautiful, I love you.
Daddy! You're home!
Make it a Christmas you'll never forget with a gift from Frank Clark Jewelers.
You might say it was far out in the Far East. Shoppers at a big department store in Tokyo were treated to, well, this. No, it's not the latest attire in sumo wrestling. It's Santa Claus. Actually, 100 Santas, all Americans. They're here in Japan to gather gifts rather than give them. The jolly old St. Nics were collecting money to help fix up a faraway lady, the Statue of Liberty, and to also raise money for the United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF. The Santas even sang Christmas carols, and the Japanese children chimed in. Universal song.
Yeah, that's right. I recognized every word of it. Didn't you, Joe?
Yes, I did. I remember it from my youth quite well. We'll go to the board and to the screen and take care of some of this stuff. High school basketball we're going to start it off with tonight. It starts in the Lackawanna League, an exhibition game between Bishop Hannon and Riverside. And out they come on a snowy night to get it going. Hannon off to an early lead inside. Pat McMullen scores right there off the glass. This is exhibition now. Riverside back. Left side of the lane, Walt Denninger hits the jumper right there. Now Hannon goes up 4 as Tim Krupsky drives, throws up the one-hander from the baseline, scores. They go up 6 inside. Jimmy Walsh up once, then twice, he scores. Hannon again. He in the corner from way out. Paul Albert from there. It's good. Hannon goes up 10. Rick Sember hits the jumper from the foul line. Final score, 48-46. Hannon. Let's go to the scoreboard now. Bishop Hannon by 2. Southern Columbia over Tribe Valley. Weatherly over MMI. Mount Carmel beat Tamaqua in overtime. State College knocked off Lock Haven Wyalusing over Blue Ridge. Exhibition basketball now. And now we'll check girls basketball. The finals of the Abington Rotary Tournament. And it's Lackawanna Trail and Central. And watch the action inside. Early action, all Central. They go up 5. Chris Riedmeyer get it out. Hits from 20 feet out. Central again. Missed shot. The follow-up is good by Joanna Riley right there. Central off the basket. Misses fast break. And Jill Yanni lays it in for an 11-point lead. This is the Abington Rotary Championship game tonight. And Central won it 57-26 over Lackawanna Trail. One other girls winner tonight. 2 others, Valley View and Chief Logan. Okay, let's check the scoreboard now for exhibition wrestling. Wrestling already underway. Bishop O'Hara over Bishop Hoban. Saucon Valley beat Bethlehem Liberty. Panther Valley beat Williams Valley. Bangor over Pleasant Valley. Pius X over Penn Argyl. Quakertown beat Allentown Central Catholic. Well, Marion Campbell thinks the Philadelphia Eagles are a better team than the one that he inherited 3 years ago. Owner Norman Brayman didn't think they were good enough, and he fired Campbell today. Many think this game right here was the one that really did him in. It was when they were up by 3 touchdowns over Minnesota. Minnesota came back and won that game. They scored 4 touchdowns in the final 8 minutes to beat the Eagles. Campbell was 17-29. That ain't good enough, folks, to keep a job in the NFL. Assistant Fred Bruni will finish out the string. David Shula, son of Don, an assistant at Miami, is one of the leading candidates for that job. All right, let's move it now to Monday Night Football. I went in with 7 straight and then lost it tonight for the first time in 8 weeks as Miami won the game, but they weren't quite big enough. Let's check the way it happened here. Miami went out first in this game against New England with the conference championship up, a division championship up for grabs. There's the touchdown right there to Joe Rose. And then comes, back comes New England. Watch this one now. Eason to Fryer, and that ties the game. 7-7. Second quarter, Duper gets a first down here as he's in the right spot, picking up the loose ball. That led to a Davenport touchdown, and that made it 17-7 Miami at halftime. It was 27-20 Miami after interference calls on both teams in the end zone. Both teams got touchdowns. Here's the one for New England. Miami fumbled the kickoff later on, and New England got a touchdown out of it. 30-27, Miami wins it, but New England was getting a few more than that. If Miami wins next week, then they win the division. No surprise that Penn State dominates the All-East team. Lance Hamilton, quarterback, John Schaefer, defensive back, Michael Zordich, linebacker Shane Conlon, Rogers Alexander, also kicker Massimo Manca, punter John Bruno. They're all first-team All-East selections. Temple had running back Paul Palmer on the team. Pitt put tackle Randy Dixon on the team. Fishing game forecast for tomorrow. 6:30. Today was the first day of antlerless deer season. They only killed like 35,000 today. They may be extending the season. We'll know more about that tomorrow. They did not have a big enough harvest today. It concerns the Game Commission. Could be an extended season.
All right, we'll look for that. Thanks, Joe.
You. Still ahead, a police dog who really sinks his teeth into a drug case.
But first, you can check tonight's winning lottery numbers. The daily number, 4, 3, 7, and the lotto numbers in order. 10, 24, 27, 30, 34, 36. The alternate 33. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Joe Cooper with another helpful hint on preparing seafood. You don't need to boil lobster tail when it's so easy to broil. Broil 1 minute for every ounce. When translucency leaves the tail, it's done.
Cooper's Route 6 Seafood has all your favorites to take home. Chef Joe won't be undersold, so you'll save plenty. We're priced so low restaurants buy from us, so don't clam up. Demand a better price. Here's Cooper's Route 6 Seafood Market Special of the Week.
Rock lobster tails, all sizes, $10.75 a pound.
Finally tonight, a Monday night dumb delight that we admit is really a repeat.
You see, the story we picked for all of you late-night viewers was already shown earlier this evening on ABC's World News Tonight.
But since not all of you saw World News Tonight, and since our producer Dave just loved this story, we decided to show it to you anyway. So, here's Roderick Pratt with the dumb story of the sniffer dog that just would not let go in London.
Sniffer dogs are an essential part of the customs officer's armory, and so the princess met Oscar, a 2.5-year-old Springer Spaniel who was set the task of finding a blue suitcase containing heroin, and who stole the show doing it. He found the case to applause. But would he let it go? Reinforcements were brought in. They decided to take the heroin out and show it to the princess, and Oscar took them both on. And would Oscar let the case go? The princess left, and would Oscar let the case go? He won, of course.
I wonder if he's still chewing on that.
That Oscar really knows how to take a bite out of crime, right?
Oh.
That, my friends, it was a dumb delight. That's Newswatch 16 update for a Monday.
For the team, thanks for joining us.
Good night.
Good night.